My name is Call Me Brutal, and this is going to be the first time I make a video like this. So if you guys enjoy it, please follow, subscribe, like all that stuff. If there's any stories you guys would like me to read in the future, please comment them, and I will do my best to fulfill that request. Thank you so much, and please enjoy. Hello, beautiful. If you can read this, please listen to my confession. You probably don't know me, but I've known you for a very long time. And I don't know if I should say this yet, but I love you. I do. I love you. I do. I really do. I love you so much. I built your entire world for you, so you may live on and on and on. I built it just after I met you. You were so beautiful lying there, with your dreamy eyes tenderly shut. Your near translucent skin would seem to be growing paler and paler by the second. The way your limbs were twisted, delicately mingled at the joints to form such an unearthly vision of vulnerability. Oh, that must have been such a long fall. Not only did the building possess incredible height, but I know how the most glorious of angels must fall the furthest. Oh, my angel, my contorted angel on the pavement. Your soft flesh has been scraped away in just the right places, revealing your inner body's artistic formation. No one could ever appreciate such a sight but I. No one. But I could ever admire the curvature of your neck, bent a perfect 90 degrees to the right and twisted around twice, and only twice. As soon as I saw you there, I just had to reach out and touch you. I shivered in anticipation as I traced my fingers down your body, right to where it was already beginning to split. It stunned me with excitement, making me wonder at every second whether you'd burst apart. And I carried you. I was ever so careful, making sure I didn't damage what was left of your precious body. Some fragments of your skull fell on the way, but I was quick to push them back in. Don't worry. You were still in one place when I brought you home. I brought you to lay on my bed. Shattered arms crossed over your chest. You looked just like the pretty corpses in old fairy tales, even more so when I dressed you in my mother's wedding gown. I took out my spellbook, ready to resurrect you, but no, the time wasn't right. I was afraid I would frighten you away, so I created your afterlife, one just like the world you knew. Then I could keep loving you, you and your wounds, for what could be eternity. But I think you're ready to be revived now, to gaze upon the blackened eyes of me, your savior from below. You will live again, with love and beauty that will never die, as your wounds will always be fresh, and your bones just as mingled as they were when I met you. You will be able to feel my touch for the first time, our fluids mingling together. Your cold blood. Don't worry, my love. I'll be just as gentle as I always have been. Everyone loves a good scare. That's why you're browsing posts here, correct? You thought it would be fun just before you go to bed to scare yourself just a tad bit? Harmless fun of reading that, while getting your heart to race. It never really puts you in real danger. So what's the night topic for your nightmares? Jeff the Killer with his go to sleep? Slenderman, silently talking, fucking Christ. Slenderman silently stalking you wherever you venture. A Candle Cove experience that hits home so nostalgically for you that it seems true? Or maybe, just maybe, something new and unique that haunts you in an unexpected way. Whatever the case, you keep reading. Perhaps it's all just a big joke to you. Sometimes you laugh off rather than you take serious. No one's holding a gun to your head. After all, you're doing exactly what you're doing of your own free will. You need to stop now. Stop reading this for your own sake. S-T-O-P. Stop. You're still here. It's your own fault, you know. You've programmed it so deep in the back of your brain that being told to stop is just completely ignored. Optimistic about what happens next, aren't you? That'll be your undoing. Just taking things as they happen, without a care in the world. Thinking your room is safe, just because you have only the key to it. You have no idea how unsafe you are. I know so much about you, yet you know nothing about me. The last time you ever acknowledged my The last time you ever acknowledged my mere presence was when you were still pissing the bed. You called me the monster in your room, or the boogeyman. You've just been blocking me out since then, really, haven't you? You told yourself it was nothing but just some loose clothing or a misshapen shadow cast by one of your toys. I've never stopped watching. However, my dark, red eyes stare at you, even now, just out of your peripheral vision. Chills down your spine, I see. Are you remembering the noose around my neck? The tattered, dark rags I wear? The burr-black sap over my face, which I have for your sake, so you'll never know my true, unfathomable horrors that it hides. My decaying, long-nailed hairs. Long-nailed hands. My decaying, long-nailed hands. There's that look. The same look you had all those years ago. One last request I see painted on your face. Who am I? They call me the Sunrise Killer. All coming back to you now, isn't it? Those unexplained murders you glanced by in the paper all over the years. I'm not bragging, but I won't deny them. Nothing but practice. For you. Every single one of you. The brave ones who prepared so long for something to happen at the apex of night. It is darkest before dawn. So for you, just you, the most hopeful of them all, look on the bright side. You still have an hour before sunrise. Like every other parent, mine always had to take pictures of precious moments. Most of them consist of me with food on my face and other cliches. I had recently found a box of these photos. They were all old Polaroids. I still have the camera that was used to take them. I took a stack of the pictures out of the box and started looking through them. About halfway through the stack, I noticed something, a small black smudge. I thought it was just something on the lens, but it seemed to appear in every photo and gradually got bigger as I grew older within the pictures. I had finished that stack and decided to move on to the next, and there it was again, that same black spot in the corner. I quickly flipped through them, eyes barely grazing over the picture before changing into the next. I had gone through about 8 years worth of pictures when I started to see something in the black spot. Outlines of something that were barely visible. I had looked closely at each photograph, trying to figure out what it was, like always. As I progressed, it got closer and closer. I gasped as I looked at one picture. What I initially thought was just a smudge had turned into a face. It was slightly transparent. It had 2 large pits for eyes, a big, wide, toothy, evil-looking grin. It was so close, much closer than it ever had been. The mass was hovering behind my smiling 12-year-old self. I dropped the picture back into the box. That was the last picture I'd ever taken. It's been 3 years since that picture. I closed my eyes, breathed out, got up and put the box away. I walked back into my room and steered clear of mirrors and any other reflective surfaces. I sat on my desk and opened up my desk drawer. I looked down and saw the camera that had taken all of these pictures. I grabbed it and held it in front of me, facing me. I took a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Click. The picture slid up from the slit and started developing. I took it out and sat on the desk. I waited and waited. The picture slowly coming into view. I got up from the desk and slowly walked over to my bed, grabbing my book and slowly making my way to the desk. I set the book down gently and closed my eyes. I patted around for the picture. Once found, I picked it up and held it in front of my face. I quickly opened my eyes and screamed. I didn't see me. I saw nothing of mine. All I saw was that face. Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this story. If you guys are currently pissing your pants, make sure you subscribe before you do. 99.8% of people who watch this channel are not subscribed. Please join the 0.2%. It takes a click and it would make my day. Thank you so much. If you've enjoyed, please let me know. Any suggestions as well, please let me know.